tough. A lot of times I think I would just internalize it. I don't think I advocated as well for myself as I needed to early on. I don't think I built enough relationships as far as like in senior leadership or to be able to learn how things worked, and like I didn't really play the politics game, and that was hard and stuff too. So that was a challenge. And then also like I dealt with depression as well. Just I wouldn't say completely dealing with that, but I'm sure it didn't help. So that was a challenge as well. So it was tough, but was able to get through, just leaning on the four of us and trying to get through there. And it was some folks too that kind of looked out and showed love and everything. And
were there like, I mean, it wasn't like segregated to the point where, or was it just cliques or
I mean,
African to black people kind of stuck together type of thing? Or?
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like there was definitely like some like a family vibe there. But I think I was able to get along with different groups as well. I mean, people had their groups and you know, the people
like everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like the group they would go out to lunch with and things like that. But I felt comfortable, you know, just with a lot of people, and was able to share some cool moments and build some good like rapport and relationships with people as well. So, you know, that was love as well. And I was able to learn from just a lot of different folks and folks, you know, spend some time with me on that level. I got to give my man Greg credit. Like when I first was starting as a seasonal, I was finishing my edits, but like I didn't know like who to tell to like hand them off and stuff. And so on one end it's like, hey, I need to be like speaking up and being like, hey, what do I do with this? But on another, it's like you're responsible for what you know, and it's like ideally somebody's like, hey, when you finish, email this person or whatever. And so like Greg, like he comes into the office, like I'm working out in somebody's office, he comes in, he walks me through like, okay, this is how you post, these are your files, this is who you email. Like he walked me through the process, and it was like, okay, like now I'm getting it. And it's like, yo, thank you. Cause he saw like, yo, this dude's new, he doesn't know how things go, like let me look out. And so there were people like that along the way that show love, and I'm definitely grateful for cats like that, cause you remember that, and it helps. And it's all about, you know, just trying to look out for each other. It's part of life.
You were there how long?
Yeah, it was like 12, 13 years, maybe so 14.
You did pretty good. I mean, to last that long.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, it was some moment, and that was the thing too. Like, it was some moments. Even with my layoff, like I have to like correct people sometimes because they'll be like, oh, you know, they laid you off because of X, Y, Z. And it was like, nah, I mean, it was numbers and everything too, but like also I did struggle. Like, and they show, and they you know, they show some love and some grace when they didn't have to. Like if I blew a deadline or, you know, something wasn't on point or something, like I got a lot of leniency in those ways where like I could have been gone and I wasn't. And so like I think, you know, like I'm not disillusioned by like what happened. Is like I needed to be better in some areas, and I know that contributed to the layoff. And so like I'm not naive in that way. And so, and that's part of it too. And just being honest and being able to be real about it. And then also too, just being like grateful for the experiences that I was able to have. I got a chance to go to 2 Super Bowls and work the Super Bowl. I got a chance to go to a Pro Bowl in Hawaii and bring my mama to Hawaii. I got a chance to work a couple drafts. And like the night after or the day after, it was Jared Goff because he was with the Rams then. But like his granddad like asked me to get him a paper, and so like because his grandson's on the front page of USA Today, so like I remember those moments. I remember Chris Jones from Kansas City, like his pops, us just from being with them during, because I was like on one of the drafts, I was like working with just basically with the families and stuff, and so like just trying to help them out as much as I can. And so like I built bonds, and so like when Chris Jones gets drafted and his pop sees me, he like in the backstage, he gives me like the big hug and everything, because it's like I'm basically part of the family. Now granted, I don't think he would remember me now, but at the time it was like we had built this bond, like just from being together